All right, so we're going to continue with the story looking into the religious groups that are calling for a different approach in as far as government's effecting, in as far as government's collection of the looted items over the last 2 weeks should be. We're joined by Reverend Zakes Jali. He is with the Western Area Pastors Forum. Reverend Jali, good evening. Thanks for your time. Firstly, give us a sense of what approach you believe government should be taking in recovering some of these items.
Good evening, Kathy. Good evening to all your listeners. We come from a very terrible 2 weeks. So much has happened. Family have been distorted. The country has been in ruins. And then victims found themselves in the shops looking for anything they can get to eat, and they took. And then now, we're not saying it was not supposed to be for them to bring back or whatever. What we're saying is, what caused that? Or how did a normal young 7-year-old boy find himself in a Mr. Price store searching for underwears and putting them in a plastic? How did a single mother found herself in a store finding a bag of meal so that they can have something to eat? Until we address that, we can arrest everyone, but it's not going to solve the problem. So we as the church believe forgiveness is the key. There's a Lord, our Christ, who died on the cross and say, Father, forgive them, not because they are not wrong, but because they do not know what they do. So these people found them on the firing line of a fractured society. Government has failed, leadership has failed, poverty is reducing our people to beggars and thieves. So what we're saying, give the people a chance to bring back what they stole, what they took. Someone who stole food, how can they be arrested for stealing food? Food is for the stomach, and then you eat, and then that's it. So I do not think it is fair for anyone to start saying these people are criminals. The looters are not criminals. This is a bunch of hungry people. Trust you me, there are many people who would have done so given the opportunity. So what we're saying is that forgive them, but deal with instigators, those people behind what happened. How did it end there? Those are the people to be dealt with, not the victims who were driven by poverty, triggered by hunger, to go and take what they need.
Reverend Jali, and we saw some of those pictures of, in some instances, people who are really, really desperate and have felt and have been living through the full impact of the scale of inequality and unemployment in this country. On the other end of that, we also have people who were purely opportunistic and took advantage of the moment. And oftentimes, we'll hear some people saying, well, if you're hungry, why would you steal a TV? Why would you have a car parked in which you're stuffing different items into? So where do you think the state should be drawing the line in as far as sending a message about the rule of law and the fact that lawlessness cannot be tolerated under any circumstance, while at the same time having a very real and deep appreciation of the two or the multiple worlds that people live in this country that are very, very far from each other?
Kathy, for starters, I'm not here to justify looting, but what I'm asking is, did anyone left their fridge at home and go and loot a TV, a fridge? Did anyone do these things just for the sake of doing it? If so, we are giving those people a chance to say, bring back what you took. Then if the means was not to just take what you need, you will see by them not bringing them back. It is only then that now law enforcement can take its course. All the Christian sector is asking is give people an opportunity to repent. People have done these things because they are being pushed by certain hunger or poverty. Then those, like you mentioned, those who are taking advantage of and exploiting the situation must now make up their mind and see if they can accept the grace that we are calling for, that they be given. Then if not, then the law must take its course.
How would one be able to differentiate between the two?
When we call for amnesty, it is not for the first time that we hear the word amnesty. There was amnesty for the apartheid crimes, where people were called to come to the TRC. There was amnesty for illegal arms, where people were asked to come and surrender. So it is the same process. All we say, and we believe that if people did these things because of the situation, now they are given an opportunity to escape and say, here am I was wrong, I am bringing back whatever I have looted. So those who are doing this thing for the sake of doing it, who do not need, who are on the side of the criminal element, will not bring back when they are requested to do so. But we cannot allow a situation where someone who took a fridge or took, because a fridge is also a necessity, by the way. Not every household does have a fridge. A fridge is what allows you to store groceries for them to last longer in your cabinet. So we cannot say a fridge is not a need.
Reverend Zakes Jali, he is with the Western Area Pastors Forum. That's the call that they're making then tonight for amnesty for those who took part in the looting over the last 2 weeks.